bund yield rises as much as 5.6 basis points to a day's high at 3.052%.
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
Alrighty then, mic check, mic check. Good morning. Let's get to it. Alrighty then, don't forget trading is risky and all that business. Welcome back. I am running a little late to here this morning. We can find the right button here. We're going to top left. A little bit different, still staying in the 5 chart layout, default out of the box workspace here. On this bottom right one, I want to change this now. We're going to go to, really only need 1 day of data now. Today is Tuesday. Go ahead and click on 1 day of data there on the bottom right. And it's new release time. This is a foundational release. If you guys have not installed it yet, well, you're a little behind. Kind of like me running late here this morning, a little behind. Better late than never. Make sure you get that installed here. You are going to love the latest release. And we've got a hotfix release coming out later today. So be looking forward to that. Right now, top side on the tide. We are, it looks like we're coming down. Interesting. We are actually underneath the golden ropes up there. So our tide and our wave, both red for the time being. Now, the big headline news here is it's kind of D-Day there in Iran. Trump has issued his warnings. I'm going to grab this short here underneath this. Got a lot going on here. Got a super moon enigma happening here. I want to get my size. Whoa, okay. That's not good. I'm going to add here on the 13.4 coming in right here behind this enigma is the play here.
Israel's
getting into a little trouble here.
Israel targeted railways and bridges in Iran. Netanyahu says we will continue to strike.
So we're right here on the stop line of that enigma. Pretty darn close. And I'm going to pull half as it comes back to my POE here. There's a dot for the exit. Gonna see if we can get right to that target. Yes, we did. I'm going to go ahead and pull half there at the target. I'm going to hold on to a few more. I'm hearing sellers. We are on red, so I can hold through. And I'm going to try to hold to an opposing signal here now for my runner. And there's 100 ticks. I'll go ahead and close it out there. 400 ticks on trade number 1. Starting there with the... That is a super power moonshot short. Mouthful there because we have quite a few things that lined up right there. Pretty easy on that first play there this morning. Super power moonshot short right there. Super because there's a ready DD vertical. We have a power moonshot because it is not just a standard cross, it is a Flowmaster cross, red 6.9. So it makes it a power. That's where you put power in front of it. Power moonshot. Now a moonshot is just an enigma plus a cross. This one happens to be a power cross with it. So that is a super power moonshot short. Very juicy play there. Wish I would have gotten more out of it there and played that a little bit larger, but coming in here late serves me right. Here, there, not really getting to capitalize as much as I would have liked to on that play. Now we have a super AO. I'm going to add to that position on the super AO there. It is pushing through it, so that's not good. Stop will be back behind that ready DD right there to invalidate it. Did come against me more than I would like it to. There, if we are coming up to that halfway point, I'm going to go ahead and pull half there because it didn't just go down straight on the cross. So going to pull off some risk already.
Free spot 4%.
And there's 35 ticks on that target there. Not exactly some perfect plays there this morning. Thank goodness you don't have to be perfect to be profitable. But grabbing a little two-piece out of that one there on the way down. Could have maximized that a little bit more there, but that is trade number 1 and some continuation there if I am approaching the markets like a video game. 5 trades.
That news came from last night.
There's a lot of news chatter there listening in there. Speaking of news chatter, big news. You got 14 hours left. The price will go up $50 a month there tonight. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you have 14 hours left to grab that lease to own offer there on the website, which will go up to $249 instead of $199 here tonight at midnight. So you might want to grab that there today. The ready DD on the left, red dot on the higher time frame as well. Okay, there's I was looking for, okay, where's the continuation play? Nice little power shot there for some continuation. We are red and red again. What do I mean by red and red? We have our 2 steps, nerd plus arrow, nerd plus the arrow, nerd red, arrow just turned red right there. In that hotfix release that I'll be dropping later today, the arrows will be able to be changed size. You'll be able to change the sizes on those. That was one of the items in the wish list that people had been putting in. We do have a wish list section. If there are changes that you'd like to see or additions you'd like to see added into the ALGO box software, you can put those in the wish list section on the left hand side of Discord, and I will often go through those for releases. So a lot of those wishlist items got into this release. A lot of awesome upgrades in this most recent foundational release that we put out last week. You guys are enjoying it, hearing a lot of feedback around the snappiness. It feels faster because it is. There's a lot. We really focused on performance. This is a performative release, really focused on getting performance tight. So much so that if you've been on the fence or worried that, oh well, you know, you thought that your PC couldn't run ALGO, try this latest release. This was targeting lower end machines for this release, and this can be run on as low as an i3 laptop. We tested that out all the way down on i3, works like a dream. Targets filled there on the continuation on the dot. Up 4K now here on continuations off of this play. Kind of kicking myself that I missed that one back there, but ended up grabbing this one right here, holding to the opposing signal there for about another 35 ticks down to the dot. Now, we've got a double dot down here. Is this going to be a bottom? At least it is a temporary bottom so far. Bulls are starting to try to hold something here. We've got kind of very interesting little pattern coming in here on the histogram. Okay, they moved it up top here. We have a delta shift. So is this the exchange of hands where they're going to take over? Here and buyers step in here, but we're at the top of the channel here. Let's see if we've got ourselves another quick scalp here. I will want to try to take this one here, but kind of want to hold on to that P&L here. I am winner chicken dinner here on the morning. Remember, during my 5 set of trades, I really want to be able to make enough to put chicken dinner on the table on 2 trades, and now I'm just looking for a bonus. I want to kind of focus in on just kind of pushing the envelope a little bit farther after I've already got my winner chicken dinner there this morning. 2 wins, and now I am looking for that extra juice to kind of push it just a little bit farther. Let's see. Is the stream good right now? Sorry. We've been a little late here this morning. So, yes, as far as running on a low-end machine, this will run on a low-end machine, but that also means if you've got a 285K top of the line like what I'm running right now, it feels like a dream. I'm also running speedy chart on this bottom right chart. If you want to experience the speed, come down here and add speedy chart. I was just talking to somebody yesterday who had called in, and we talked about the speedy chart option there. This is a kind of a game changer right here on speed. So see that fast refresh rate right there? So fast refresh rate, this overrides the NinjaTrader default of 250 milliseconds for chart refresh times. And so fast refresh is 20. So if you're wondering about the rest of these, we also have a delay mode. This will kind of take care of both scenarios. Sometimes when the markets get really fast, you kind of don't want to do that refresh. You almost want to kind of slow down the refresh rate because you're not going to be executing in that time frame. Takes a little bit of CPU heat off of your PC when that occurs. So basically, this is a speed limit, bars per minute, that says, well, over this BPM, 150. At 150, I want to change it to the delay rate. Now, the delay rate, I currently have mine, so basically it says slower override rate, and it tells you right there, 250 is the NinjaTrader default. The slower rate, I've got it even slower by another 50 milliseconds, so I've got mine set to 300. Now you can set that to 500. There's different options. I think the defaults, these are not the defaults, by the way. These are just the ones that I've got set. So if you want to set mine, set the same ones that I have right now. I've got 150, 20, 300. So 20 millisecond refresh rate is what I've got set down here on the lower. Now, sometimes I go all the way down to 15, but I don't know. I've felt really good there at 20 milliseconds. And it's just been super responsive. Okay, we've got an Enigma up here. I'm going to go ahead and give this Enigma a shot here. This is a high time frame opportunity. It is a super moon up top on the 9s. It's a little risky here because I do see the bulls kind of starting to try to take over here. See, there's a switch dot, red dot there. And again, on a bonus trade, I'm just kind of trying to push it over just a little bit farther there. That Enigma target is right down there at the 50 line. So looking for a 50 tick trade. It just touched it, and hope I don't regret not pulling the trigger there. I'm going to add to position here on the Seuss. I'm going to try to make something out of this. See if we can return to that bottom one more time here to grab a 50 bag out of it. And there's my 50 bag. I'll go ahead and pull half. I'm hearing sellers still come in there. And there's the close on the dot. Beautiful play there this morning. Early in, early out. Pretty easy day there. We had the delta shift with a 7.2, grabbed a 55 or 60 tick bag there before that HMD. And if you want to know, why do I want to exit on opposing signal? Do you see that launch right there? Do you see the launch? Do you see the launch? We're just playing a video game. You don't want to, like, you miss out right there, right? That is a launch. That is an HMD. What is an HMD? Harmonidot. Right there off of the bottom. Okay, HMD, if you hear us talk about that, HMD stands for, we'll put it underneath. Can I do Shift Enter? There we go. Harmonidot. That is a combination of a harmonic plus a fibelladot in the same location. And yes, those can be very powerful. This one was a perfect example of that. A lot of confluence, lands right there, boom, big launch. Now, up top here, what do we have though? We had the Enigma plus the Ready DD. So that combination right there is called a super moon, okay?
In 5 minutes time, we're expecting the Canadian IV PMI prior 56 spots.
Super moon short. There's a target. A 50 tick target here is what I've got mine set to on the Enigma for the 9s. So that ET50 right there, if you're wondering what, that is the Enigma target ET, Enigma target 50. And that is a setting, another one of the settings that I have changed on this workspace. So if you go into indicators on this and go to the Enigma right here, you can see where I have that. So show Enigma target line, that is the blue dashed line there, and the Enigma target here on the 9s. I've got set to 50, which is different than the default. The default is going to be 20 out of the box. So if you wanted to, if you're adjusting for the settings that I've got there on the higher time frame, it is 50. Now, if you're using the workspace that came out of the box, this one's already set in the workspace, but what I'm talking about, the default, is if you just add the indicator to a chart, the default of the indicator is going to be 20. Again, that is the design for the Enigma. The Enigma was originally designed for what's called 2-2. That is algo bar 2s, confluence level 2, target 20. Okay, so I tuned that specific indicator designed to grab 20 bags. 20 tick bags was the original, and then extrapolating that to higher time frames, that can get bigger targets. So oftentimes off of the 4s or 5s, I'm looking for a 35 tick target for target 1 on those Enigma targets, and then of course up there on the 9s, looking for a nice juicy 50 bag. Speaking of 50 bag, looks like this switch dot right there, that is a switch dot from blue to red, instantly launches this down all the way back to the Enigma target there this morning. 9:57, we got 3 minutes till news time. Usually we have 10 a.m. news. We'll check the Financial Juice site here. Do we have 10 a.m.? Assuming we do. Yes. Canadian IV PMI at 10 a.m. We also have 11 and 12. Wow, they're spaced out almost perfectly. We have 8:55 news, Red Book, then 10. So basically 9, 10, 11, and 12 news events all the way through today. There's also a 12:30, a 1 o'clock, there's a 3 o'clock. Consumer credit numbers coming out at 3 o'clock today as well. So big news day here today. And of course, what I was trying to talk about there this morning, big headline news is, Trump has said in no uncertain terms that there's a lot of threats going on there that, I'm trying to wrap my own head around. Like, it's, I don't even, what do you even say to something where there's a threat of, hey, we're gonna blow up your power plants and your bridges? Wild. Praying for all those all those in those situations. I mean, whether you are directly in the war or
Double Delta NQ on the 9.
akin or side to it. I can't even imagine. Like, I was talking to my wife about it last night. It was just like, to imagine what's going on, whether you're in Iran or Israel, and just, having bombs going off overhead and all around. It's hard for me to wrap my head around, honestly, and just earnestly praying. Like, sometimes, like, I don't even know what to pray for, and so what literally was my prayer. It's just like, Father, I don't even know what to pray for, but I just know that it's a burden on my heart that I just feel awful for so many that are impacted by that directly. I can't imagine.
US stocks extend
And
down 1%.
just pray for everyone in those situations, and my heart goes out to those if you are in that situation. I know we have people, I know for sure we have people that have come to us directly that are living in Israel and impacted by it on a daily basis there. And let me get the chat here on screen. And I apologize for being late there this morning. Let's pop the chat there. There we go. Been being bombed with drones going around almost every day here in Kuwait. Yeah, it's wild.
Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5. Full touch low.
Let's see. I should know how to solder the RAM to the board. Did I miss something? 20 milliseconds is fast. Yeah, it's pretty good. No way to upgrade the MacBooks anymore. So why buy it? Oh, you can't open up MacBooks. Is that a thing? Did they lock it down so you can't open up MacBooks anymore?
Harmonic NQ on the 5.
Okay, we had a few more enigmas in there. I didn't get to grab some of those there, but plenty of bonus there today. Fairly easy plays here this morning. 10:01. Nico said just passed another Apex account doing micros. Vinny Emini live where he talked about the struggling trader really touched me and made me realize several things I was doing wrong and needed to improve. Thank you very much. Awesome, Nico. Love to hear that. So there is a video that he's talking about that I'm going to post a link to this in the chat here. So let's pull this over here. So if you are, oops, what did I just do? Oops. Tried to do a thing there for me. All right, so come down here to our YouTube channel and click on live. Go back to some of our lives, and what he's talking about is a video I did for I said, dear struggling trader, and whether you're struggling or not, there's pro tips. Like if you're already doing well with things, but you want to just nudge it. You want to nudge it a little bit. You want to take it to kind of that next level. Yes, it's entitled Dear Struggling Trader, so you might be like, I'm not struggling. I've got ALGO box. I've been smacking it down. Yeah, but there's some pro tips in here. Basically, but this does address both. There are things that I put into this of, it's a wake-up call to some. It is a, hey, there are things that you can do better to others. So go check this one out. I'm going to right-click here, copy link address, and I'm going to put that in the chat. If you did not get a chance to check out that struggling trader video, you're going to get something out of that. So I'll post some links there. Whoops, I think it's got the timestamp in it. It's probably going to take you a little bit farther into the video. But yeah, roll it back. You're going to want to watch that live stream from I think about it was 3 weeks ago now. 3 weeks, yeah. And so Nico had said that was a game changer for him. It woke him up, and he's doing much better in his trading for it. It's a lot of stuff of like talking about making sure you're waiting for the right plays, that you have practiced the right plays, that you've practiced properly, that you have that you are remembering that your primary job as a trader is the filter. It's easy to know when to trade. It is the hardest thing to know when not to trade. Okay, we've got jagged on the tape. Everyone type jagged warning in the chat. Big play is coming. Jagged on the tape. Do you see it? Little jagged edge, little kind of, looks like the teeth on a saw. Okay, it's coming. Big move coming. Do not get off sides. Speaking of things that you might want to do, perfect time to talk about it because the price is kind of coming into this text here. You're probably going to want to have this off your chart, but I put this into the default installer. Just like you will know you're on the latest release if you have this workspace, and it's going to say you're using fast load, light performance, active trader mode. Real-time optimized backtest mode workspaces are available. Now, talked about this in a video the other day. I have not done an official release video yet because I wanted to wait till after I get the hotfix out later today. So either late tonight or tomorrow, I will do a full kind of upgrade release video. We put out the text version of, there's a big bulleted list and lots of details on the release notes for this particular software release. It is a big one. There's a lot in it, so go through those release notes. There's probably going to be something in there that you're excited about. Everybody's going to be excited about just the feeling of this release. It is so snappy. The charts are super reactive. You can literally, it doesn't matter how fast the markets are going, you can come in here and open up the indicators tab. You can switch between instruments. Like, look how fast the market's running right now. I could literally come in here and I can switch charts instantly. You see that reaction time? Everything is smoother. Everything is fast.
Currently seeing any headlines
So
to explain the move, but we'll keep looking.
Okay, news people are talking about trying to find, you know, what's causing this move. I'll tell you what's moving it. Didn't I just say jagged on the tape, right? Jagged warning there in the chat. Big play coming, right? Jagged. If you see that on the tape, just be warned, okay? It's coming. Big move. Big move, yep. Big move there. That Enigma is pushed out even farther. 218 ticks out of the Enigma.
We did see comments from Netanyahu saying Israel targeted railways and bridges in Iran, and that will continue to strike the regime in Iran and even greater.
Now, we're going to do a little stress test here while the market's going super fast, and I have speedy chart on. I'm going to go down to, well, if I do the ones, we'll probably go over 150. It's fine. It's a good test for it. So I'm going to go ahead and go all the way down to ALGO bar 1s, which is unheard of. Like, you would have not been able to do this in previous releases on the fly while the markets are going super fast. And again, it could, I mean, this might be the test. I might actually crash it here. Oh, there we go. Whoa. Look at that. It caught up and it's printing bars. Look at that. We're all the way down here on the ones. Changing on the fly. This release, again, is transformative. You are going to want to make sure you get that latest release. It is a foundational release. ALGO box will never be the same after this release. So you got 13 hours left to get that awesome discount offer there on the website. The price will go up later tonight, and we will get that hotfix release out today. So that was we had that pre-release pricing and around Easter and all that. So end of that is tonight. So if you were on the fence, you might want to grab that offer. It is 10:08, 2 minutes till coffee time here, and we are watching it all the way down here on the ones, exploring the ones at super high speed with the volatility coming in here this morning. One of the other items in the hotfix you might have noticed right there, ALGO box, weird symbols. So that's supposed to be the trademark symbol, and the trademark symbol was serialized improperly. That is fixed in this hotfix release as well. It's coming out here later today. Got it ready to go. As soon as I get off of our live stream here today, I'm going to finish up that package. You get that on the website for everyone, so you'll get an announcement there in the Discord chat and a direct link for premium members that you can go and download that directly. If you are going to do a 2-week free trial with us, let's see how this one goes. Yep, Enigma straight down to its target. Wow, that was quick. Looks like it is shifting up here. We've got green arrow, moderate sell there still though. Let's see if that other Enigma gets to his target or not. Looks like they're kind of pushing back behind it. Super fast here, as it's telling us now. What you might have noticed, can you tell that the charts, I don't know if you can tell here because we're on YouTube, it's about 60 frames a second here on YouTube, but I can tell that the charts are slower now. Remember how we said over 150 BPM that it's going to reduce the refresh rate? So it is refreshing that. Some people might be, I just kind of noticed this too here. So if you're wondering, you're like, hey, how come this one's at 0 and this one's at 7? Remember, I've got 2 accounts here. This is normally my bot account. My full auto account is up here on this top one, and we haven't engaged any trades on that here today. So if that was any question to you, that's just another of my accounts for my bots. Does that make sense? So just in case that was on your mind. One of the problems for me was, let's see what it say. Trying to trade in zones. One of the problems for me is trying to trade in zones and an NQ with high volatility, and the losses too big. Waiting for the right BPM and tight stops made me improve a lot. Oh yes, that's a game changer, right? Like follow. I created those there for you so that you can quantitatively know when the best opportunity was to be playing. Let me move this up a little bit here on the screen. How about also, I don't know if you picked up on if you're new, don't trade in Q. Now those who are around, I always say, and give RTY a try. New release is simply amazing. Awesome. Thank you, Tom. And yeah, I think you guys are gonna feel it. You're gonna feel the difference. Super smooth. Handled every single internal transitional event inside of NinjaTrader for all events in ours, and we have over 70, I think there's 78 components to our algorithmic trading platform, and handled inside of all, customized and tweaked every single internal for our system for this release. It's awesome. Super smooth. Let's see here. Is a super moonshot. Wow, switched quick, super fast. Again, too fast really to react here down the ones, but just fun. Doing a little stress test here because I'm pretty done there for the morning. Oh, would like to grab that one right there. Yeah, that was a freebie. Wow, that one went real quick. So you got that set on full auto. That's a nice grab right there. Another power moonshot. So that is a power moonshot. We talked about it there this morning. If you have a cross that is not a white cross, but you have an alpha omega cross, then it's going to be a power cross. So therefore, that is not just a standard moonshot. That is a power moonshot short there. And look at that push. 93 ticks off of that push play right there. Did you cover the difference between button panel and button panel pro? Let's see. On button panel pro, I don't believe there's additional features, but there is. Let's go into indicators here. That was all performance-based improvement on the buttons, I believe. Let me check that one more time here. Button panel pro. Don't believe I added any additional parameters on this one. Yeah, so this one was pure performance. You you may notice, probably, hopefully, only do this in market replay, but try to break it. Here, let's switch over here to sim here real quick. All right, we'll switch to sim, and what I mean by try to break it is stress test this bad boy, and I can't really see all the buttons here. Let's do it like this. So this question was, so what's the difference in button panel and button panel pro now? So a lot of the naming conventions, and again, I am going to do a whole video on this later tonight or tomorrow as I put out the hotfix release for these last little few bugs we got in there with some little tags and sizings on the arrows as a couple of examples, but all those items that got put in the bug report section squashed all the bugs, so that will be in the hotfix release here tonight. Okay, so trying to break this here, let's go to let's grab an ATM strategy. Let's do like something large here. How about 100 and let's do sets of 2. Well, no, ones. We'll just do a lot. Okay, so I've switched to sim here, and we're going to try to break it here. So let's okay, there's an enigma. Let's grab a bag here. It's going down. All right, I'll pull half again, pull half. So super responsive. What you're going to notice, so we actually changed internally the mechanism for executing those on order. See how fast that moved there? Okay, so we'll try to break it here. I'm gonna punch half, I'm gonna double, I'm gonna double, I'm gonna half, I'm gonna double, half, half, double, 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 like literally just almost unbreakable here. All right, you're gonna press naked, it's pulling all the bracketing off the charts here. I'm gonna click double again, instantly filling all the orders there, even up to 36. It's gonna fill in here. Come back here and let's boom, pull half right there. Boom, half is done. Okay, I'm going to add a bracket here, so I'm gonna press bracket, boom, bracket, then hit naked, pull them off, add back, pull half, pull half, pull half, pull half. Like just instantly, what you're gonna notice is you're just gonna feel it. Okay, you're going to feel the difference, the way that I handled the order management and the on click, on hover. There's a lot of small stuff. Let me get a kind of an example here. Notice how these did not have this before. If you, I know this is subtle, but stuff like this, on hover tooltip text, okay, on most of the buttons that need information. So if you're like, okay, what's this L1 thing? Well, right next to it, you notice as I hover my mouse, is use the lightest enigma confirmation filter, lower L values mean more entry signals, yada yada. Like these are little small tooltip texts. I removed the hover from these. It was getting in the way. I was like, oh yeah, hover on everything. No, I pulled those off. But on hover events, on click events, there's prep steps prior to pressing of the button. On click down, on click up. Every event is handled and specifically looked at. Every single little item. This was all about performance in this release. So you'll notice you'd have to kind of hold them side by side, but you could try this if you really wanted to go and try it out. Go put the old one, the non-pro version of the button panel versus the pro version that I have tweaked the mess out of. You will feel the difference. It was purely performance. There was no. It's a good question because you're like, well, where's the new feature on the button panel pro? There's obviously a change because it's got a new name, and the old one is still there. But I wouldn't use it. You know what I'm saying? So be careful if you are using an old workspace. You'll want to change your workspace and make sure that you are using the Pro Tools. Also, there are version numbers. If you see one that was already originally a Pro, you may see a Pro 2. One example would be here on the Delta Flagging Pro. Okay, Delta Flagging Pro has been Delta Flagging Pro in the name for a period of time. This is Delta Flagging Pro 2, and the 2 would indicate to you that this has been redone. So you'll either see Pro or you'll see Pro 2 in the naming conventions of the new indicators. Does that make sense? Now some we just made changes directly. If it wasn't a major overhaul, the change in the indicator will just be the same name. So there's not a new version for every piece internally. I had to I made judgment calls on that as we went through the release. Wow, it was a nice one. But yeah, there's a lot of small tweaks. Well, I wouldn't say small. Like, they may seem small, but they're major internal, if that makes sense. You're going to feel it, and just know that this is a transformative, monster, foundational release. You're going to want to feel it out. If you have, you've used our system before and your PC struggled, go grab this version. Okay, go try this version out. It's you'll be able to run this on, like I said. I targeted your grandma's laptop. All right, if grandma gave you a free laptop for your graduation present or something, you know, i3, i5. This will still run really well on your PC, but it runs like a dream on a 285K. Did you see all those bars we just printed right there? All the calculations through that. Not a single hiccup through that whole thing. Super fast.
Alpha Omega down NQ on the 1.
Super responsive. So good question there.
Alpha Omega up NQ on the 1.
Let's go back to the list here. Did I miss any questions? If you had a question on any of the indicators, pop it there in the chat, and I'd love to get it answered. Windows 3 install with Windows 2007 year install. Yeah, Captain Price, I know you had said before, like, hey, you know, ALGO didn't run really well on your PC. Oh, by the way, notice there's no flashing. So that was a big one. Like, my biggest thing. So I started this whole release with, we are going to solve the flashing issue. The flashing has got to stop. Like, we are going to figure out what's up, you know, and it was NinjaTrader, and you know, look, we tried to. I want to say we tried. We did. We waited for 3 years, and they still didn't fix the way that they are handling the on-screen drawing of any non-time-based bar. If you have custom bar types like we have here, ALGO bars, or you can even see it on any Renko bars. You could see it on tick bars. They had this thing where they're doing a redraw, like they're doing a wipe and redraw, and it makes the chart look like it's flashing at you on certain indicators. It's super annoying, and I just always assumed they were gonna fix it. I thought they would fix it, but they're just stuck with time-based bars, and I'm sure they have their priorities on whatever NinjaTrader's been doing. They've been moving like gangbusters the last few years. They bought Tradeovate, then they got bought by Kraken, and I can't imagine what they're doing with NinjaTrader over there. Anyhow, we helped them out. I don't say we helped them out, I guess. We helped ourselves and rewrote the entire thing from base scratch, not using their internal plotting system at all, not using the drawing, and going straight to SharpDX directly. Super pain in the tail for sure. NinjaTrader does make it nice if you are a coder where they're handling the SharpDX drawings directly on the chart, which is kind of what a trading platform would do, handling drawings on the chart. But anyway, we no flashing across the boards, not across Delta Flagging Pro, not across the OHL, which is always fascinating to me. I'm like, wait, just even drawing the dashed lines on the chart was flashing. We had that. It was crazy. Anyhow, wrote our own internal SharpDX. So if you're wondering, you go into indicators here and you're looking through the list. I mean, probably not a probably bored of looking inside of here. But you'll notice there is this ALGO SharpDX indicator base, ALGO SharpDX safe indicator base. So we wrote our own internals to handle sharp DX drawings directly without basically without the flashing stuff going on there. So NinjaTrader has theirs, we wrote our own. That was the final verdict to kind of circumvent all of that. So no flashing, that's huge. And then just kept going with all the stuff for any kind of performance tweak. Every single thing on the list. Nailed it in this release. You will feel it. Fix 4 gigabytes of RAM. I can't give you more RAM. Let's see. Let's look at how much RAM we are using on one of the things, handling garbage collection a bit better as well. See how much RAM we're using.
Alpha Omega down NQ on the 1. Harmonic NQ on the 1.
Current footprint 1700 megabytes, 1.7 gigs of RAM right now. And again, I wasn't trying to go, okay, now use less RAM. I mean, we're using a lot. Like we use a lot, but use it more efficiently. Let's see, Vinny, what is the lowest CPU to run ALGO and DDR4 with the new ALGO update? i3. So in i3, Mo helped us out and tested this. He put an i3 laptop. We even stressed it on a 4K monitor. He hooked it up to his like 55-inch TV, HDMI out from an i3 laptop, and then loaded the 20 chart layout, not the 5 chart layout. Loaded the 20 chart banger, and it was runnable. It took longer to load as expected. Again, it's not like I'm being like, on an i3 it's going to be lightning fast. But before, i3 would not have even been playable, not even an option. i5 absolute minimum, and you know, again, not exactly performative. But now you will be able to run it smoothly on as low as an i3 on a standard i3 laptop. Does that make sense? Yeah. You could basically run it on a chunker. Got so used to the flashing, I didn't even see it anymore. Now my eyes have healed from it, and it's amazing. Right, Petro? Yeah. I mean, it was playable. It's like the flashing thing, it only happened on occasion. They only did that weird swipe and redraw. I mean, there wasn't a specific cadence to it. You know, it just, when you had fast market conditions, it was gonna, and fast didn't even have to be really fast. It could have just, it was almost like semi-fast, and you'd get this little flashing thing. It was an annoyance. So all that is gone. PC got a lot quieter with this update. Yeah. Yeah, if you already had a beast, if you had like a 285K and you really kind of heard that ramping up. Now I'm still running quick CPU. You know, I like to run my PC at the top end, right? And so yeah, I'm still running my P cores, running them warm, all that kind of fun stuff. But now it's just so responsive. I mean, look at this. Look at these. We're still down here on the ones, and it's just like butter. It's like, oh yeah, you want to draw, you want to draw, you want to calculate, you want to draw and calculate, draw and calculate. Yeah, sure, no problem. $12,900K. Oh, you're on the 12,900K. It's working really well. Let's see.
Gentlemen, 2 year rise.
Yeah, OBS.
72%.
Bob, what's up, buddy?
So 20.
Hey, buddy, good to see you, man.
German 2-year yield rises to 2.
Yeah, let's catch up soon.
Set for the highest close since 2024.
I probably can't get you a call today. I'm going to be focused on trying to get that hot fix out here later today and trying to put the video together. But let's chat sometime this week. Let's see, 10:28. 2 minutes till. Okay, so I'm gonna go and get that hot fix out to you guys. Enough talking about it here. Let's see, where did we end up on the day? Get that hot fix to you, and you got 13 hours left. Pretty decent morning there. Fairly easy, straightforward. I'm gonna be putting the trade tracker. I'll start with today's trading here. 4-7. I'll go through the trade tracker sheet and we'll be filling that out there. Popped in on that bonus. 13 hours left, and then the standard discount price will be $50 higher than what we're currently putting there on the website. So just so you know, again, we had this pre-release, but going forward, the lowest that you'll see is going to be $50 higher than what it normally is on the site there. So if you want to take advantage of that lease to own option there, it's a great time to do it. I think I answered all the questions. So here's what's happening today. Hot fix release. Watch the Discord chat for the announcement on that. I'll be putting out a video going through every single detail. If you want to look at it ahead of time and look at the release notes, go to the release notes section in the premium member section, and you'll see it's a lot. It's like a 5-pager almost of all of the items that have changed and gone into this release. And if you install it, let's put it this way, if you've tried it before, you're gonna feel the difference. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbomb, Oswald, Curtis G, and Eddie B. I am sending out Big H Town. See ya.
The old adage where, the individual investor doesn't have a chance because the institutional investor has better technology, better information, and, more money and better opportunity, I don't think it's real anymore. I think the edge is on the individual investors because they're small, they're nimble, they can trade, they can use front-end technology.
Don't waste your time. Leave the technical analysis to us. You just play the game.
Forex is littered with crooks, black hat guys, all this kind of shifty characters and companies trying to extract money from your pocket and stick it into theirs. And one of the things that they do is operate these Forex signals.
Shootout had that news. The White House denies Washington's intention to use nuclear weapons in Iran.
Delta 5 long, look for alarm. Harmonic cattle. Pick up. Down on freeze. Order filled. Target filled.
Audio Jungle.
Alpha Omega down NQ on the 1.